Hello students, welcome to Saurav Sir's classes. The topic of this video is number system. In Hindu-Arabic system, we use the symbols from 0 to 9 to write the numbers. These symbols are called digits. These symbols are written from right to left to write a number. That is, to write a number, we put digits from right to left. At places designated as units, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh, crore, and 10 crore. The face value of a digit is the digit itself. For example, in a number 2, 3, 5, 4, the face value of digit 5 is 5, whereas the place value of 5 is 50, because place value is equals to the digit multiplied by its place. The numbers are classified into different types as follow. First one is natural number, denoted by n. These are all counting numbers. That is 1, 2, 3 and so on. A whole number is natural number plus 0. So it is 0, 1, 2 and so on. Integers are all counting numbers. All counting numbers, 0 and negative of counting numbers like -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. These are the integers. Positive integers are is a set of all natural numbers 1, 2, so on, and negative integers is a set of all the negatives like -2, -1, -2, -3 and so on. Rational numbers are all the numbers which can be expressed in the form of p divided by q, where q is not equals to 0 and p and q do not have any common divisors except 1. Irrational numbers are those numbers that cannot be expressed in the form of p and q, where q is not equals to 0 and p and q do not have any common factors except 1. Examples of irrational numbers are √2, √3, √5, etc. Real numbers are set of those numbers which are either rational or irrational. All natural numbers, integers and whole numbers are real numbers. Even numbers are those which are divisible by 2. And odd numbers are those which are not divisible by 2. It is not exactly divisible by 2. Prime numbers are those numbers which do not have any factor except 1 and itself. That is, it will not be exactly divisible by any number except 1 and itself. Whereas composite numbers are those numbers which have other factors except 1 and itself. That is, it has it has other factors including 1 and itself. Note, 1 is not a prime number, as prime numbers are a number greater than 1 which has only two factors. One is itself and other is 1, and 2 is the only even prime number. One is not included in composite numbers also, so 1 is neither prime nor composite. Next is complex number. Complex number is a number that can be expressed in the form of a plus bi, where a and b are real numbers and I is root of equation x square is equals to minus 1. So complex number has two parts. One is the real part and other is the imaginary part of the number. This is real part and this is the imaginary part of the number. Imaginary number is the imaginary part of complex number. It can be written as a product of a real number and the imaginary unit I. This chart briefly illustrates the different kinds of numbers with their relationship. Complex numbers are either real numbers or imaginary numbers. Real numbers are either rational numbers or irrational numbers. Rational numbers are either integers or fractions. Integers can be positive integers, negative integers, or whole numbers. Now, whole numbers are either natural numbers or zero. We have certain rules to check whether a number is divisible by certain integer numbers. So these are the tests of divisibility. First is the test of divisibility by 2. Now, any number is said to be divisible by 2 if its last digit is an even number or 0. If its last digit is even digit or even number, that is, if its last digit is 0 or 2 or 4 or 6 or 8. Next is divisibility by 3. A number is said to be divisible by 3 if the sum of the face value of all the digits is divisible by 3. Sum of the face value of all digits in the number is divisible by 3. Suppose we have the number 81. So 8 plus 1 is equals to 9. Now 9 is divisible by 3. So 81 is also divisible by 3. Or 5001. The sum of the digits would be 5 plus 0 plus 0 plus 1, which is equals to 6. 6 is divisible by 3, hence 5001 is also divisible by 3. Next is divisibility by 4. A number is said to be divisible by 4 if the number formed by the last two digits is divisible by 4. For example, let a number be 213465516. Now, the number formed by the last two digits is 16. Now, since 16 is divisible by 4, the whole number is also divisible by 4. If the last number of the digit is 0 or 5, then the number is divisible by 5. And the number is divisible by 6 if the number is divisible by both 2 and 3. That is, the last digit must be 0 or an even number, and the sum of all the face value of all the digits should be a multiple of 3. Next is divisibility by 8. A number is said to be divisible by 8 if the number formed by the last 3 digits is divisible by 8. For example, suppose we have a number 2, 1, 3, 6, 5, 0, 1, 6. Then the number formed by last 3 digits is 16. Now, since 16 is divisible by 8, we can say that this number is also divisible by 8. Note that if the last 2 digits of a number is 0, 0, then we can say that the number is divisible by 4. Similarly, if the last 3 digits of a number is 000, then also we can say that the number is divisible by 8. A number is said to be divisible by 9 if the sum of face value of all the digits of a given number is divisible by 9. For example, let us take a number 302166. Now, sum of all the digits is 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 6 plus 6. It is equals to 18, which is divisible by 9. So our number 302166 is divisible by 9. If the last digit of a number is 0, then the number is said to be divisible by 10. Next is divisibility by 11. A number is said to be divisible by 11 if the difference of the sum of digits in odd places and the sum of digits in even places is either 0 or multiple of 11. Now let us consider a number 647053. Now, the sum of digits in odd places is 3 plus 0 plus 4, which is equals to 7, and even places is 6 plus 7 plus 5, which is equals to 18. Now, 18 minus 7 is equals to 11, which is a multiple of 11. So our number 647053 is a multiple of 11, that is, it is divisible by 11. If the difference between the number formed by the last 3 digits and the number formed by the rest of the digits are divisible by 7 or 13, then the number is said to be divisible by 7 or 13 respectively. For example, let us take the number 76104. So the number formed by the last 3 digits is 104 and the number formed by the remaining digits is 76. Now 104 minus 76 is equals to 28. Since this is a multiple of 7, that is 28 is divisible by 7. So we can say that our number 76104 is also divisible by 7. Similarly, let us take the number 5135. Now the number formed by the last three digit is 135 and the number formed by the remaining digit is 5. Now so 135 minus 5 is 130, which is a multiple of 13. So our number, we can say that our number 5135 is divisible by 13.